It's week 6 of the National Football League, and we'll see Brock Purdy. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the 49ers and the Cards coming up next.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the number 1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run at not only matching, but exceeding those numbers.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
To throw, it's Murray. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide open offense, and we'll see if he can keep the string of good games going right here.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run with Jefferson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The numbers for Walker last week: 10 carries, 127 yards, and a score.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 1st and goal from the 3. Walker will score. Touchdown 49ers. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. He'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. You look at this Niner defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the number 1 overall offense in the league.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On the give, this is Nichols. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Pulled in at the 24. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Now 3rd down and 7. Purdy looking to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Dayo Odangbo with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays, his numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On second down, Nichols.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
You look at this Niner defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Purdy now to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Brought down by Jalen Thompson. 2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So for Kyle Shanahan, he had it right, as the challenge is a good one.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion.
This is 3rd and 7. Here's Murray.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Trent McDuffie. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Take it at the 37. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. And a fine chase on the right side, complete. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league, still unbeaten, and on the other side, a winless squad.
And that's why I owe you and I owe you big, because you did email me this week to remember any given Sunday. That was a phrase you typed to me, and that's what we have to remember in this ball game. It resounds when you think about it. Unbeaten versus winless, any given Sunday, anything can happen in this league.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That'll give them 8 that time. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and that will come the offense as they take over.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
They'll run with Nichols.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the long. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
22-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Purdy, short throw, caught by Pitts. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And this is incomplete.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. Purdy now on 2nd down.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Purdy. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Justin Jefferson. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the 49ers continue to pull away here in this first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Cardinals nothing.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 36. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Second down and 4. Here's Purdy. This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I'll tell you what, he got it from 58. That has a lot.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 21. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get to him right away as he's taken down right there at the 44. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
A give for Walker running right.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Purdy on 3rd down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Hey, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Nichols. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Play action. Now Purdy.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
16 more on that one and another 1st down. Throwing here, Purdy.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it.
That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy tosses out wide, complete.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a 1st down as well.
Purdy will look to throw again here. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson.
And he is out of bounds here. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Ken Walker
with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Niners extend their lead yet again.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And this is going to be a Cardinals 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's Nichols.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
46 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Nothing in that 1st half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
On the carry, it's Nichols.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, it's Nichols. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the Cardinal 1st down.
Now a give right side. Nichols down at the 25.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, it's Nichols. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 49ers 13-yard line.
Murray now. It's complete to Brown, right side. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. To throw, it's Murray. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field. As time back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Murray's got to have this one. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Romeo Dobbs
From 21 yards away.
And the Cardinals are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And Walker once more.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
On the counter, it's Walker.
And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
At the Cardinals' 46-yard line.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway.
Yeah, good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Back to throw, Purdy. Complete, Jefferson to target. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, it's Walker. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Straight ahead, Walker.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. That's complete to Downs.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see.
There he goes, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Again, it's Walker.
Running right through it. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And he's going to have a Niners first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. They'll toss this out right to Walker.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Purdy from the gun.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Kyle Pitts from 3 yards out. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Murray again, 2nd and 10.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
They run again with Walker. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On fourth down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the 49ers come up with a late turnover. And it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.